In my mind, conditioning is the process of making a person ready to train more, to train harder, and to perform better.
Keep it up. That's it. Let's finish it. Nice and steady. Nice and steady. You got this. Nice. Keep it going. 2, 1. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Good. Don't move. I'm done. Ha! Come on, 20. You got this.
My name is Sean Seal. Today we're at CrossFit Vitus in Viersen, Germany with my friend Pac and his athletes from the package to do some lactate testing.
So that's actually a long time, right?
Like 50 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna take almost an hour. You start at 70, and you're gonna go up in 15 and 1. Feel anything?
No, it was absolutely fine.
I'm a sports performance coach, specialized in all things conditioning. More specifically, I work with CrossFit, MMA, and endurance athletes to individualize their training and optimize their fitness.
10 more seconds.
Hi, I'm Kevin Winkens. I'm a professional CrossFit athlete since 2013. I'm 32 years old and I'm still competing at CrossFit. So when I started CrossFit, it was really easy to just go hard and go all out and do whatever you want, and then you would still do good at CrossFit. And now, as we know now, people getting better and better, so now we need to fine-tune everything. And to get the last bit better and the last percentage out of your body, you really need to fine-tune everything. So that's why we are working now with Sean and try to get the last bits out of our body.
I've always been fascinated to understand why and how things work. So in my line of work today, I'm able to combine my passion for human physiology and coaching as well. Something I really appreciate about CrossFitters in general is that they really pay attention to numbers when it comes to their weightlifting, when it comes to their gymnastics, and I think that there's really a lot of improvement to be made by also focusing on some key metrics when it comes to conditioning. Low intensity training is a staple in any standard conditioning program, and today most athletes leave it aside because it's not the most fun and it's hard to see the link between the easy work and the hard competition, but it's probably one of the areas where most athletes can improve.
I'm Pac and I'm the owner of the package, and I got Sean over here to Germany to test all my athletes because I take the training of my athletes very serious. He's an expert in conditioning training, so for me it was a very obvious step to get him on board, to get his opinion and his expertise for my athletes.
So today I did the lactate test and I was surprised that it wasn't that hard. I expected it to be way harder. So it got pretty spicy to the end, but it was really like a good ramp up, and then at the end the last few minutes were really hard, but it was absolutely fine.
Nice work, buddy.
A lactate test allows us to see how the athlete's body reacts along the intensity spectrum, all the way from very easy to very hard. And based on that information, we can then individualize their training and make sure that they're training at the right intensity, depending on what we're trying to develop for that athlete.
All right, tell me.
I am Wiggly. I am 31 years old, and since a couple of months I am doing CrossFit. So during training, I'm still a little bit lost with what kind of weight that I use and in what kind of zone that I need to train with conditioning. So today I had the chance to do the lactate test with Sean to improve my conditioning. I take my training very serious, and by working with Sean, I know I will get the best out of my training.
One aspect about conditioning that's pretty counterintuitive is that unlike weightlifting, where what we need is a 1 rep max that we can then base percentages of training on, in conditioning, we actually want to see how the body reacts at sub-maximal levels. And this is where getting lactate samples at different intensities on a bike or on a run, for example, allows us to be very precise and make sure athletes are training in the right zones or at the right intensities, depending on the qualities that we're trying to develop.
Very good. 3, 2, 1, don't move.
athletes should do more low intensity training because it's extremely accessible. It doesn't add any additional fatigue to the overall training load, and it actually allows athletes to train more and to train harder and also recover better.
By working with Sean, I really hope that we can maximize the training for my athletes. When you have the opportunity to fine-tune certain areas of your training, and with him especially the conditioning part, I think it's great because you want to have the best output possible, especially when it comes to recovery, high intensity in workouts, especially for qualifiers or workouts in competition. And because all of my athletes want to be the best athlete possible, I think it was a very smart decision to work with him, and I'm really looking forward to see all the results very soon.